Hello there. I've got one sign to cut today, and I've got a little something to do that I'm not looking extremely forward to, and that is to clean out the Langmuir table. It's not the most fun thing in the world. It's quite dirty. I try to do it like a deep clean every once in a while, and she's due. We had some wind last night, and one of the first things I have to do is get the truck and tractor and whatnot fired up so I can move them out of the way. I need to load a piece of steel, but I need to improve my steel storage situation here. This is kind of what I'm dealing with here. Basically store everything standing up outside, and some of my steel has blown over, which, oh well. My 16 gauge, oh never mind, I'm out of 16 gauge generally. I lean it up on that side. Here's my 14, which is what I'm going to be cutting today. And my 11 is around this side. But I got to get table off, which is 16. And oh wow, yeah, look at all my scrap. Check this out. These are pieces that I hold onto that have lots of space left. They've all blown over too. I gotta get that figured out one of these days, but that's a problem for future Andrew. We'll get in here and get this thing going. Air's on, cutter's on, grounded, all set up, 14 gauge. Here we go. Okay, that's done. Time to clean the table. I'll probably set you up on a time lapse. I'm gonna unload it, and then maybe I'll talk about some steps. not gonna lie, I may not do a full-blown super deep cleaning on this thing. It really doesn't look that bad. The water looks dark, but I think once I start getting a lot of the crap out of it, I won't actually, I don't know. I don't want to speak too soon, but either way, first thing I usually do is pull these out. Take them outside. After I get this next one out, I'm just gonna start probably using a magnet at first to get some of the junk up out of the, the scrap pieces or whatever. And then I'll just start going ham on it. Okay, I lied. It's a lot fuller than I thought it was. I'm gonna drain this, which is unfortunate. I really don't like doing this, but sometimes it just needs to be done. Wow, very nice. See if I can get the other one. There we go. Now that it's draining, I guess I'm actually just gonna let it drain, and then I'll start pulling all the junk up out of there. As you can see, this is loads of fun. Loads. Look at my hands. Oh, yeah. This is good stuff. I'm gonna keep flushing it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm literally taking pond water, dumping 5 gallons at a time. I've got a pump running in the bottom there. And I'm just turning 5 gallons over at a time and cleaning this table out. It is a blast. Once I'm to this point, I like to take this magnet. I think I just showed it to you, but it's a fairly strong little magnet. I got it pre-cleaned off right now. Check this out. I just float it around here in the water, and I can start seeing the bottom of the table now. It's actually kind of satisfying, but kind of a pain in the butt. Look at this. Picks up all the metallic goop. And then I put it in a bag and throw it away because I don't know what to do with this crap. All right. To finish this up, at least the table part, I'm going to thread these back in, close the table up. I'll fill it back up with water later. I'm not gonna worry about it right now, but I'll put the slats in also. But then comes the next really fun part, and that is cleaning the rails and screws really good. So pretty much I like to take a Scotch-Brite with some oil, like just some motor oil, some new engine oil. Wow, that dripped right in my eye. That was awesome. And rub the rails down and clean the screws. Yeah, here we go. All right, so like I said, this is just some cheap Rural King engine oil and a used Scotch-Brite, because I've done this 100 times now. And I literally just kind of put it in there, get some oil on it, take and rub the rail down once, spread that oil out. I don't know why I like to use oil, but I do. It seems to kind of keep everything just kind of moving pretty good. But yeah, and it's just a nice little massage. I have no idea if this is recommended or not recommended, but I've been running this table pretty hard for, I don't know, a couple years anyway, and it just keeps going. Like I said, I do this deep cleaning a few times a year, it seems like. I do obviously wipe the rails down and clean the screws off pretty frequently, but you know, I go ham on it a few times a year. So, like I said, this is also just a blast, but I think it's necessary, and it seems really happy when I'm done. So we'll just keep rolling. After I get everything cleaned off, I take my pumper can, and this is also just motor oil or engine oil, and I just spread it down the screw kind of like this. And then next time they run, that's going to spread out nice and even. Okay, she is all cleaned up, looking fly. Got her slats back in, got her plug back up. The only thing left to do is add a fresh batch of, don't you dare tell anybody, but pond water. Oh well. It's just gonna end up dirty anyhow. $5 gallons. I know that some people put like some sort of, I actually don't know what it's called. I know that there's some sort of antifreeze type thing that goes into a lot of water tables. I have never spent the money on it. I gotta think that it would help in the long run if I was doing some like really high production type stuff. But I really don't do a whole heck of a lot, and for how often I clean this thing out, my slats seem to last forever. They look kind of grody right now, but there's just junk built up on them. They're not really in terrible shape yet. I'll replace them eventually. I do have some new but I don't know how soon I'll replace them. I'll probably do it when it becomes an issue. I've also recently, here, let's flip it back around. So recently started doing less slats in the table, just to make what I have last longer. That has bit me a couple times where, you know, a piece might get cut out and then fall kind of sideways, which I think actually happened while I was cutting the sign this morning. But generally I can see when it's going to happen. I can pause the machine, dig the piece out, and keep going. But, you know, outside of that, it runs pretty smooth. And she seems happy, which is good for me. I like it when they're happy. Don't act like you don't like that camera work.